Greetings again from the offices of Zerga Corporation. I assume that by out of the ordinary, you're referring to the destruction of Terrace? That is all anyone is talking about. I'm afraid Zerga Corporation is not offering any comment on those events. We wouldn't wish to anger the participants. If you're looking for local events, I suggest you go to the Swoop Track, one of the few leisure industries on Tantooine. There was also a Jawa here earlier, saying something about needing help. I think he's out by the city gates. I can't be more specific about what he wanted. Our droid translators... Very... I'm afraid Zerga... Very... Of course, for your needs here. Farewell.
Hey, Bastila. You ever use the Force just for fun? You know, a little jolt to the Force to trip up some jerk who's ticking you off?
I would never use the Force for such petty and trivial revenge. The mere thought of it is preposterous.
Oh, come on. There's gotta be times when you've thought about it. Don't be so stuck up. You can tell me.
I am not stuck up. I merely have the years of training to give me the wisdom and understanding to see how childish such an act would be.
Childish? Is that a crack about my age? You ain't much older than me, Miss High and Mighty. Just 'cause you're some Jedi, doesn't mean you can be a prissy little... What the... Hey! That wasn't funny!
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mission. Come now, we have to get going. Please, do try to be less clumsy in the future.
Hey there. Don't worry. Okay.
Good hunt.
You cannot win! Yes?
Take that!
You cannot win!
What?
The Force fights with me!
What?
What?
Yes?
Sure.
Mission, is that you? It's me, Lena, remember? I was dating your brother back on Terrace.
Lena? What are you doing here? Where's Griff?
I'm just passing through. Griff and I broke up a few months after we left Terrace together. Probably for the best. Your brother can be charming, Mission, but he's bad news.
Don't you start trashing my brother, you cantina rat. Take that back or I'll smack you so hard your head tails will pop off.
Mission, what's wrong with you? Why are you acting this way? Yeah, I know how she feels. Griff can be pretty frustrating. I guess that's why Mission didn't want to come with us when we left Terrace.
You liar! Griff told me that you didn't want his little sister tagging along. That's why he had to leave me behind.
Is that what the hut spawn told you? I wanted you to come with us, Mission. I even offered to pay for your ticket. Why not? I paid for everything else while I was with that freeloader. But he told me you didn't want to leave Terrace. I said we shouldn't even go then. But he said we'd come back and get you after we struck it rich on Tantooine. Just another one of his lies.
No, you're the one who's lying. Griff wouldn't... He wouldn't try to leave me behind.
Think about it. If Griff wasn't trying to ditch you, Mission, then why didn't he tell you where we were going? After we left Terrace, he told me looking after you was holding him back. Griff's always looking to blame other people for his own problems. That's why he abandoned you. He did the same thing to me, too. As soon as I ran out of money, he started blaming me for all of his problems. Like it's my fault his get-rich-quick schemes never work out. Still on Tantooine, as far as I know. Not that I really care anymore. And if Mission was smart, she'd forget about that no-good con artist.
But Griff is my brother. I just can't pretend he doesn't exist. If he was here to defend himself, Lena wouldn't be saying all this bad stuff about him.
Hey, if you want to talk to Griff, go ahead. Last I heard he was going to make a fortune working the Zerka Corp mines on Tantooine. But as far as I'm concerned, he's out of my life forever.
Griff's better off without you anyway, you table-dancing, brother-stealing home wrecker.
I guess that's my cue to leave then. I didn't mean to upset you, Mission. But one day you'll see I'm right about your brother. I only hope it's not too late by then. Greetings again from the offices of Zerga Corporation. Is this about bounties or something else? Griff? There's no Griff here. Never heard of him. No, I don't remember a single Griff on the Zerga Corporation payroll. Oh, you mean that Twi'lek? Must have slipped my mind for a second. Yes, of course I remember Griff. We hired that Twi'lek some time ago. Not a good worker, according to his crew chief. Always complaining and faking injuries to get out of work. He entered false timesheets and slept through his shifts. We even suspected him of stealing Zerka Corporation supplies, although we could never prove it. We would have fired him, but we needed workers. It would have been better for him if he had been fired. Then the Sand People wouldn't have gotten him. He was lost in a Sand People raid we suffered not too long ago. There were prisoners taken, but our rescue parties never found anyone alive. In the end, it just wasn't cost-effective to keep searching. All miners sign a waiver absolving Zerka Corporation of liability in these circumstances. Zerka Corporation cares deeply for all of its employees. We didn't find his body, so we have to assume he was taken prisoner. Whether he's still alive, I couldn't say. That's all I can tell you. I shouldn't even have said this much. This is all privileged corporate information. I could lose my job. As I said, all employees have signed waivers absolving Zerka Corporation of any financial liability if this occurs. It is the industry standard. I suppose you could apply for special dispensation from the Zerka Corporation representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours only, please. Farewell.
Yes?
Acknowledgement.
Good. What?
What is it?
Sure.
That is what a Jedi can do. The Force fights with me! That is what a Jedi can do. You will fall!
That hurt, I bet. Yes?
I will be your doom!
Don't let me die under here! Don't let me die under here! Please help! Please! Help! Don't let me... Please help!
Sure.
Acknowledgement.
Sure.
Interjection. One moment. I believe I understood that, Master. It may not have been his intention, but he did actually communicate something. Translation. Result. I believe I have succeeded in confusing him, Master. We have shown an interest not common among outsiders. Translation. Translation. He is expressing disbelief, as am I, but his duty requires that he report to his chieftain. Extrapolation. It would seem that we are at least worthy of curiosity for the moment. I would much rather this get bloody, Master, but it is your call. Translation. I can translate with some guarantee of accuracy that he is demanding to know why he should let us survive this encounter, Master. Translation. Translation. He claims he has no reason to believe you, Master. Your kind have tainted this land with machines and uncaring, ignorant feet. Translation. He requires proof of good faith. We must make a contribution to his people that shows we are not a threat. Shall I blast him now, Master? Translation. Translation. He plans to move his people farther from Anchorhead, but they need to build up stores of water first. He says you must aid him. Translation. He wants moisture evaporators from the Zerka. If you deliver them, he will order that his people reduce their attacks on miners. Translation. Translation. He does not believe you, Master. We will only be allowed to re-enter the Enclave when we have the evaporators with us. Translation. We are to be escorted outside. He will wait, but he doesn't believe we are coming back.
What?
Greetings again from the offices of Zerga Corporation. Yes, we're still waiting for you to return with the Sand People Chieftain's gaffy stick. We don't have any new information on the subject, and I would remind you that... I should remind you that you were not retained as a diplomatic representative. You are a hunter, and should go after your prey as we agreed. You are not authorized to do anything other than... Very well. I assume that by... I'm afraid Zerga Corporation is not offering it. Farewell.
Ki mulira kung king. Pa. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha agi in. Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha agi in kotune chuna mulira tangi wama jiko na. Ki mulira kung king. Baba Hassan Shan. No ba mulira tilai kuka. Kakincha na wabagaon. Bagwa Shankot.
Oh, it's you again. I'll just let you pass. The boys in the office made good hunt.
Extrapolation. This guard doesn't appear honored to have the job of greeting us. Translation. Translation. He will take us before the chieftain, as he was instructed to do. Translation. He did not expect us to return, Master. He wonders if we have brought the moisture evaporators. Translation. Translation. He does not trust you, Master, but you have done more than any other outsider. They will not attack, and he grants you his chieftain's gaffy as reward. Translation. The attacks will be reduced, and he will allow you to explore this enclave, but be warned that any lack of respect will result in death. Protocol. If you truly want this set. Protocol. This will be a very sensitive topic, Master. You... Translation. Translation. He says that he will not, Master. There is one storyteller in each clan, and only he may recite the histories. Translation. Translation. He says that you don't understand. They must never be told to someone who might say them incorrectly out of ignorance. Translation. To speak them in error is a blasphemy punishable by death. Only their greatest warriors are even permitted to listen to the tales. Translation. Translation? He doesn't know, Master. His people usually kill outsiders. Since you are an outsider yourself, that would not suffice. Translation. The greatest challenge for a warrior is to face a great dragon, the largest predator on Tantooine. Fight one of those, and bring back a dragon pearl. Discussed. I think he's making fun of you, Master. He doesn't believe an outsider could do such a thing. Translation. Translation. There is a dragon in the far eastern Dune Sea, but he claims you could never defeat it. Here is a map to the area. Translation. There is a hunter, a Twi'lek, that is sometimes seen out there. Perhaps he would be of some help. Translation. Translation. Stones polished in the gullet of the beast. Apparently they are valuable items. Translation. Translation.
You there. I'm a high-ranking executive at the Zerka Corporation. There's a big reward if you take me back to Anchorhead.
Griff, don't you recognize me? It's Mission.
Mission? Is it really you? I heard Taurus was destroyed. I thought you were dead. Oh, joy of joys, my little sister is alive.
I have to ask you something, Griff. It's important. I ran into Lena. She said it was your idea to leave me on Terrace. It isn't true, is it?
Well, there's the truth and then there's the truth, you know? I always meant to go back to Taurus, sis, just as soon as I had the credits to pay off my debts. But credits have been hard to come by.
You mean it's true? It was your idea to leave me there? I'm your sister. How could you abandon me like that?
Come on, sis, you didn't need me to look after you anymore. You may have been young, but you knew how to take care of yourself. Besides, you're here now. I mean, everything worked out fine.
That's it? That's all you have to say to me after all these years, after deserting me on Terrace?
Well, that and, could you please get me out of here? You got a tough-looking friend there.
Yeah, you can just stay here.
Come on now, you may as well be killing me. Get me out of here.
I'm tired of waiting, Comad. How big can this dragon of yours be? I'm going in.
Chikun idahaldonga, Yiking kuno, Lunda di hodonga kun hungani. Wanakun bez ching palamule, tunking ba nunodek, tugning chatukunde, mulerabes. Ka chikun idahaldonga, Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podonar. Kabe, Lunda di Ka chikun idahaldonga, Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podonar diodunga kun kabe. Lunda di hodonga kun hungami. Ka chikun idahaldonga, Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Lunda di hodonga kun hungami. Wanakun bez ka chikun idahaldonga. Yiking kuno. Lunda di hodonga kun hungami. Ka chikun idahaldonga. Yiking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podonar diodunga kun kabe. Lunda di hodonga kun hungami. Ka chikun idahaldonga. Yiking kuno.
Jedabadawana ni dibobo. Dom na bungsha.
Lunda di hodonga kun hungami.
Mucha shot bakat.
So be it! For the Republic!
What can I do?
Yes?
Achuta. Wonga kun pistol. Achuta. Wonga kun pistol. Jedo badawana ni diboba. Tong nabung siya nununya. Tong batukas. Tune Hodo! Rananu prata doko shirkasha! Jum na apike! Dayata. Wata yuma wamahuhu na nagtik. Shotung ni patoga. Wano kusbe ching palamula tonke. Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabung siya nununya. Tong batukas magda. Ronda di hotonga kun hongkami. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Mucho siya pakat.
Yes?
Of years it has been here. It still has tremendous power. Can you not feel it? The star map is an artifact of the dark side. The great dragon may have been drawn here by its dark power. Come, we should leave this place. There's nothing else for us here.
I have to give you credit. You've led me on quite a chase, but nobody gets away from Calo Nord in the end. You got lucky on Terrace. The Sith attack saved you from a quick and gruesome death. But I promise you, the Sith won't be getting in my way this time. Sorry, I'm not in this for the credits. You're the only ones who've ever gotten away from me. I've got a rep to protect. Let's go, boys. It's showtime.
Yes? What can I do? What is it?
Let's make this quick. For the Republic! So be it.
What is it? What can I do?
Sure.